What's up, America? Y'all know this is dropping it. When I was coming up, you had to be fresh. In my neighborhood, clothes is as much of a definition of yourself as your name. If your gear wasn't tight, you might as well stay inside, Woody. The unofficial uniform in New Orleans was the fresh polo, the jabots, and the bally sneakers. This was signature dress for everyone. We wore the quarter, the 50 cent, or the dollar size medallions, with as much ice on it as we can afford. And you had to have the rope chain with it. And you know some people rock the Kangos too, We had to look fresh. We can date our sensation with gold and diamonds as far back as ancient Egypt and Ethiopia. The only difference is that they had gold and diamond mines, and we have to beg, borrow, or even steal for ours. The fascination with these non-essential items have weakened our finances and disrupted the minds of our youth. And they desire to have the fancy cars they see from their favorite rapper or any other celebrity. They're willing to risk their lives. Even during Hurricane Katrina, some people in desperate need of essentials found it necessary to break in stores and loot items like electronics and clothes. The 20-inch rims and pinky rings have become God to them and has replaced them in character. Black men are even worse in this because their very existence become their clothes, whip, or their gold or platinum chain. Many of these men love these things even more than their own children. They would protect the pimped out ride but would neglect financially supporting their children. Would spend all day in these cars and not any time with their own family. I see rap artists with major jewelry, some costing upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars. That bracelet that they wear could have went to feed many families in some of these neighborhoods they rep. The common denominator in it all is that we continue to enrich our open enemy. But when faced with materialism, as we ascribe to obtain such items as property and land ownership, we often come up short in the process. The labels that we flaunt, owners and CEOs, are not struggling to send their kids to good schools or pay their rent. They're not living from paycheck to paycheck, just making ends meet. I'm not one to tell black people to not have good things. However, you should achieve solid life contributions first. If your car note is the same as your rent, then it's obvious that you need a cheaper car. If the choices are food or those fresh Nikes, you should have your priorities in order. Also, with all the money we spend, we fail to buy books. I don't think I ever seen anyone on MTV Cribs showing off their library. Nothing promotes education, only wealth. The very efforts of Channel Zero has brought us into a stage where we're mentally frozen. People like Armani, Louis Vuitton, Donna Karan, Rocawear, and others have become gods unto you, whom you make daily sacrifices to at the altar. Some of our women will resort to things unimaginable to try and lure men to buy them these trinkets. Young black men would place their lives in jeopardy to have something sitting on 22s or better. We complain of the materialism in the media, but often become victims of the same lusts. We, the black man and women here in America, have become expert on clothes, whips, and jewelry, yet we struggle to find black doctors. This misguided energy has perpetuated some of our downfall within the black community and strengthened our open enemies. These same enemies we have to have established have no connection with the community that supports them. We have black-owned businesses like we did before integration, yet we bypass them and go right to our open enemies. I'm sick of seeing niggas with that buffoonery that entails for us all when they draped in gold looking and acting foolishly. It sends out a bad message, particularly to the youth. If I see another cat with a slugged out grill, I feel like I might go crazy. This sensation has faded once white people started imitating us in this. Let's focus on our youth. Let's make them have solid gold brains instead of solid gold chains. And on that note, I teach and I don't preach. Peace.